Happy actual Friday, guys.
Yeah, Friday. It's real.
Best kind of Friday, the actual Friday.
Yeah, and the second part to the third class trial. I actually saw somebody commented on our video saying it's like this is an episodic television show that is like randomly taking breaks without any explanation.
Yeah.
Where there's like we kind of give an explanation. Where it's like, yeah, we've been out of town, we've been super busy, but like. Yeah, it's funny.
And it's and be prepared because we're about to go on a break from this series.
We're going to take a break on this series because Beth is
going out of town
for work. So Jeff and I will be playing a game. We don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know Shovel Knight.
We haven't played Shovel Knight.
Okay.
There's a lot of games we haven't played. We'll figure it out. Anyways.
But back to the trial.
Back to the third trial.
Yes. Okay. It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer because as of last night...
Oh, yes.
Hey, you! How long were you gonna keep us waiting?
Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch.
It's almost 10 o'clock. You know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
Right.
Unless he bled out for a few
that's true.
minutes.
Then he was killed well before Hifumi. Which we think.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
So far, this is the most traditional case in terms of this is usually how courts do things. Here's the time of death.
Yeah.
Does that line up with the alibis? This is so far the most procedural of
Also, visually, we saw Hifumi die.
Yeah.
And we saw the thing, but it was really Taka that died first.
Yeah.
Okay.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers, which is a weird thing to base assumptions on. That the killer adheres to mech law.
Yeah.
And that's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
Ooh. That may be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
Are we going to have to contradict that?
Ooh. That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe. But are we?
Yeah, but are we? Huh?
This scene again.
Yeah.
What was that? Oh, that came from downstairs. It must have been...
Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
That's not when he died, though.
No.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together, except for Hiro and Kyoko. And then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
Except...
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know. They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on.
Oh, Hiro.
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
He's so chipper about it, too. I don't know.
I don't know. Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we have rock solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream, just like my abs. Since all of us were together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it doesn't stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered that the body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because Hifumi's gone missing. Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then.
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway! In other words, it's impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of the bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose that we start going about how. In particular, I think that we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said...
Flashback.
We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though.
So then, the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time?
It would seem so.
His body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time...
Oh man, yeah, there's no way. It'd be impossible.
The guy who believes in ghosts doesn't believe in, like, very strong people.
Well, what if I told you that there was a way to make the impossible possible?
Ooh.
What? How? If the dead body were to move
Yeah,
itself.
Kyoko. We're with ya. Huh?
The real main character,
Yeah.
Kyoko. The dead body moved on its own?
No, not really good.
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's simply implying is... We thought Hifumi was dead.
Yeah.
But perhaps in
Yes.
reality, he was still alive.
Heck yeah. He was alive!
I love
You
that
know
camera
that.
move. That, like, whoop.
She knows that. Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his
And my
own?
tears aren't Phoenix tears.
Yeah, really. She's so
mean,
disappointed.
We found his body. He was dead.
I'm an X-Man, really? Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
Yeah.
That is impossible.
Isn't it, Celeste?
Oh.
The idea that Hifumi was still alive, is it really possible? I was kind of hoping we'd be able to recover health with something, but nope. All right.
What happens if we die?
I think it just
start
like
over.
restarts the section. It doesn't start the whole trial
Yeah.
over, I think, because
Okay,
we get
good.
graded at the end, so I think it just starts over and we've got a bad
go.
grade. All right, so we got the broken
Broken
Are you
wrist.
Witch
saying
watch.
that when we first found Hifumi and that...
I'm just gonna check to see what
The
specifically.
glasses?
Well, no, because we only can shoot the broken wristwatch, but I just want to see like what exactly we're supposed to glean from this.
Yep.
6 o'clock, confirmed late last night. The watch still worked, so it must have been the following morning.
I don't know. Maybe we have to pull one of the things
Well, we'll see.
again.
We've got 11 minutes, so I think we should take our
Mike.
time.
There's a chance.
You have to shoot that pink thing.
That's all right.
But
We'll
we
just
didn't
get
know
on
what it
the return.
said.
We'll just get on the return. It's fine.
Okay.
Hifumi
Hifumi was
was
dead
dead
without a doubt. And you know that how? Surely you heard that the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. It played like at the same time. Hifumi's death,
Get rid of that.
body had been found. Dead body had been found. And that's why the announcement was made. Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's
Yeah.
discovery.
Right?
But the
No?
broken wristwatch doesn't contradict that.
Okay.
So I think we should go back and see.
Okay.
I'm sure the body discovery announcement was only made once, but Hifumi and Taka's body were discovered almost at exactly the same time.
Are you saying that we were first found Hifumi in the nurse's office? There's a chance he's really actually still alive?
The broken wristwatch doesn't contradict that.
Right. No, it's
Impossible.
impossible. Hifumi was dead without a doubt. And you know that how? Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
The broken wristwatch doesn't contradict that, does it?
No, but that's not true. And that's why
No.
the announcement was made. Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Whew.
What do we do?
I don't know. Is this another flashback one?
What are all the things that we can do? Because we can pull one of
Yeah.
the bullets and then shoot it again.
Yeah.
We don't have things that we can cycle through right now,
No.
right?
So I think it is a flashback one. God damn. And I think because they're
He was yeah, grab that one. Grab that one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. No, I was too slow. That's all right. We'll just fast forward and I'll do
Yeah.
it again. So actually still alive, and then what do we shoot with
We
that?
shoot his dead body had been found.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. All right, let's give it a shot.
Cool.
A shot.
Got
We'll give it a shot.
We'll give it a shot. Get it like a
Okay.
gun.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Trigger happy, baby.
Yep.
But we don't want to be trigger happy. We want to be trigger smart.
Okay, so grab that one.
Gerb it.
Yep. He's
Awesome.
actually still alive.
No,
That's
it's
impossible.
Hifumi was dead without a doubt.
Who doesn't knows it?
And you know that hell. This your dead body announcement, along with the rest of us, you heard it in the air, so it's played in the air. Hifumi's
Wait a
dead
minute.
body had been found. He was actually still alive. Shoot it, shoot it. Oh.
What, Jeff?
But that wouldn't contradict. I guess it would. Someone else's discovery, I think, would contradict. Someone else's discovery would contradict Hifumi's body had been found dead. Yeah, I think that's it.
That's true.
Because it was like All right, yeah, I think that's what it is.
Okay.
I'm glad that we can go through this a bunch of times.
Yeah, and I think that's why they give us so much time, like 10
Yeah.
minutes. That's why the announcement was made. No, it was made because someone else's. Oop, shit, sorry about that, guys. Someone else's discovery.
Okay.
All right, we'll discover at the exact same time.
Okay.
Good using your brain there.
Trying. We'll see. I
Jeffrey.
might still be wrong because, again, I think the logic in this game is sometimes not, like, the meaning behind the words is sometimes a bit different than from what we think. Okay. Here we go.
Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Yeah!
All right.
Boom! That's wrong!
Counter.
That's wrong.
Fuck you, Celeste!
Fuck you!
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
No.
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe, but that was also the same time that Taka's body was found. That's right, it wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement. So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka. First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Good point.
Right.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
No.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
And there was a second announcement.
Yeah.
Wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wouldn't have been if Hifumi was still dead. It wouldn't have been another announcement.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again.
Yep.
If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on.
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice. The second body discovery announcement, the first time it played was when we found each body in the nurse's office in the equipment room. The second time was when...
Just after Hifumi came
Yeah.
back to life.
Oh,
Are
what?
you really so sure about that?
Actually, the second time that's...
Came back to life. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, what? Really?
Did we fuck it up?
We did.
Oh, wow, okay.
What?
All right, I guess that's it, really?
Oh no, guys, we messed up.
Oh, wow.
What
I'm sorry, I don't mean to skip through that. Sorry.
What's happening?
We
this is
fucked
a game
up.
over
we
screen.
lost all of our hearts.
Oh.
Yeah. Is it all over? Want to give it another shot?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't give up now.
Also,
No.
everyone voted for us randomly.
Yeah, I was going to say
Okay.
everyone just thought we were
Okay.
fucked. All right, so was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended
Thank
for
you.
Hifumi?
All right. Of course, it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Yeah. Maybe, but that was also the same time that Taka's body was found. That's right, it wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement. So there's a good chance we made a mistake in there somewhere. Oh yeah, we've already read this.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we made the mistake of saying like when he came back to life,
Yeah.
which was just from our point of view.
Yeah.
Our bad. It's different.
Later on. Exactly. Body discovered twice.
Cool.
Second time was when
All right.
when both
Just-
bodies were rediscovered.
Yes.
Got it.
That's the first mistake we made with those.
Yeah, but I think it's kind of worded weirdly because it's like, yeah, he did come back to life and then he died again.
From our point of
Yeah.
view.
So from our point of view,
Our
we both
understanding
rediscovered
was
the
that.
bodies already. So when we heard it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the 2 bodies.
Ding dong, ding
Ding
dong.
dong, ding dong. It wasn't a bing bong, bing bong.
Wait, then why did?
Oh,
Bodies
maybe
were
we just were
discovered.
remembering the sequence of events out of order.
Yeah.
I
Why
guess
would
so.
you announce the dead body thing and then have Hifumi talk and
Come
then
back
die?
to life.
I guess Monokuma's just really sloppy when it comes to determining death.
You are a lazy bum.
Yeah, you are a
Monokuma.
lazy bum. That's the real
Yeah.
result of this trial. All right.
Yeah. After a certain amount of time, which is however the class trial will begin. Blah blah blah.
Okay.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it? Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played. Then in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he hasn't actually dead. He wasn't dead yet. Meaning he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead. Bada bing, bada boom! That is the worst logic I have ever heard.
But so charismatically delivered.
But honestly, I do not think that there's anything that can prove that he was still alive. Okay, then let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not. This whole thing is pointless.
There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I have to find it and show it to everyone.
His glasses.
Yeah. Ba.
Make
your argument. Hifumi's glasses, yep, so this is definitely going to contradict something.
Thank God.
Cool.
Okay. Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, the body disappeared.
That's true.
True.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved.
How was it positioned?
And the only change was how it was positioned.
Is it
the change is how it was positioned. There was
no
definable difference.
That should be it.
Yeah.
Got it! Oh,
This
just
game's
in
getting
time.
tricky.
Yeah.
Just in time.
I need to read the lines, purple lines.
Yeah, really. In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses.
Yeah.
That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Makoto's like so immediately like, yep, I believe this now.
Oh, now I got it.
We also have the cloth.
The cloth, yeah. Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
Yeah. Fill us in.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless.
Maybe a couple
And
spots.
I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can. The evidence found in the trash can in the nurse's office was...
Whoa.
Cute fairy cleaning
glasses
cloth.
cleaning cloth.
So animal.
Got it!
Got it.
It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right?
Whoa.
And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Pickles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
Oh boy.
I don't actually know. I just...
Hina's actually got the whole backlog of anime and manga she's working through. I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school. That's judgy.
I see your point. The only people who were here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece.
Very true.
Yeah, I was gonna say a tacky piece of garbage like that. Actually, yeah, definitely.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
That's convincing, but all right. And there's no question, it belonged to Hifumi.
Oh, well, so what you're saying? What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that's true, it does not mean that he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point. Then it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead, and then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
Word.
Copious.
Good word,
corpse.
Kyoko.
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood?
Oh,
was
we
it
know.
paint or
Yeah,
something?
we know.
This wasn't in our clues though.
No, we saw the fridge, but
Yeah.
Kyoko knows.
Kyoko knows.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those. He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it, and he had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot. And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained.
Yup.
It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
The one who moved Taka's body was
Hifumi.
Taka himself. There's 2 zombies. It could only have been Hifumi. While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body. That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside. And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced all of us that he was dead, and then when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case, he was one of the assailants.
But that means you took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it! If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
Always.
But there's more?
I found it in his pants.
Yeah?
Actually, but yes, we did.
Absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed.
Ooh.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off Taka's lifeless body.
The thing that Hifumi stole from Taka, could it be the, not the
Not me in the dining hall.
This,
It was
the note
that.
Hifumi.
Oh, wait. The thing Hifumi stole from Taka. Yes, you're right.
Yeah. Got it!
Yeah.
You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
In his pants.
Yeah.
Note!
That's right. When Kyoko was groping Hifumi, we found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
She's really excited about that.
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
You're so uncomfortable.
It is very high school, though. Like, if a bunch of high schoolers were trying to figure this out, they would be like, ooh. I mean, we are, and we're grown-ass adults. I found a hole. Maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
Damn. Huh. That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait. This one's a little different. In my note, it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
You just said that, man. That was your...
What?
It's different than mine. It's not the same.
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been Taka.
Taka.
Yep.
He did.
Got it.
That's right, Taka. The killer used his note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello, over here. Objection, objection. I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok. They were drawing out Huffy.
What?
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
I thought TikTok was like a way of saying jack squat, and I was like, oh, that's a pretty good, that's actually, I kind of like that.
Oh, yes. Why won't you ruin it every time?
Man, Genocide Jack is seriously scary. But still, I can't let her get to me.
Okay.
All right, what do we got this time?
Argument.
Hopefully not another. Oh, okay, we got multiple ones. Broken wristwatch, Hifumi's glasses, cleaning cloth.
All right.
What are we starting
Alrighty.
with? Oh, we can switch them.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wait, how do I switch again?
I don't remember.
Select.
Huffy had the note, right?
Oh, yeah,
Then
here,
the
wait.
person.
Sorry, I gotta figure out how I
It
can.
was intended
Weak
to.
spots, firing truth bullets, loading. Oh, LB button. Okay, cool.
Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy.
All right.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does. Oh, it's gonna be wristwatch.
The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
Oh,
Nice.
broken wristwatch.
Oh.
That's wrong. Put that scissor down.
Put your
Don't
tongue
point
in
that
your
at me.
mouth.
Don't point that at me. No, there absolutely is a connection.
Good job. What? What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look at where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that. No further objections!
Oh my god.
It's a good laugh.
Was it though?
And someone used the note to trick Taka, just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster, telling people they'd found a way out?
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it? Stuffed it down his pants, no less.
Most likely, Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
From his pants.
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show it.
Okay.
All right. It's the torn piece of paper.
Yeah,
right?
piece of paper, yeah.
Because
Because rigor mortis set in.
Yeah.
Bam.
Couldn't
Got
get
it.
all of it out.
When I searched Taka's body, not his pants, I saw his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper.
His lifeless hand.
His lifeless hand.
Ugh, details.
If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew
There it is.
No.
It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Slowly
Whereas
puts it
earlier we were
together.
just staring at it like, how are they connected? How?
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yep, they're from the same piece of paper.
Oh. Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
You're a sharp cookie, Sakura.
You know the whole story.
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly, which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah, after seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
Oh, buddy.
Sorry. No.
No.
Nah, not really. No.
What? Wait, what?
When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was
He's
truly and
completely
completely dead.
Completely dead.
The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
The true Blackened.
True Blackened.
He was killed in the repository, so he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we all split up when we were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakuto were together. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
All right, that doesn't
man.
even make sense.
Well, walrus is a water mammal, so
She has hardly any tusks. Or a mustache.
she got
Who are
two
you
big
calling
old
a
tusks.
walrus?
Anyway,
It's like a weird. Shut your mouth, big booby girl.
anyway, when they were killed bothers me too, but there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi. The weapon? Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still lying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found
we
it.
already discovered that.
But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. It's packed in there good and tight. He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already lying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten the hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
Yeah.
I haven't been helpful during this trial at all. So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Pee or poop.
Those were accounted for in the other rooms, too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone. Well, if you mean it. Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
Like scissors. I don't think it is possible. They're both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
Hero's right.
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
Clean hammer,
The
bro.
weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. The whole picture surrounding this case won't become clear until we figure that out. Somehow I have to find the truth.
Makoto, I can tell you right now.
Yeah, I know.
I can whisper it into your little ear hole.
What was it?
We found that another hammer had been wiped. The spotless
Oh, the
hammer
spotless
had been
hammer.
wiped clean. That's definitely going to be our contradiction.
It was just hanging
point.
up
What
on the
was it?
wall.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like it can like,
Your hero.
yeah, I'm hero.
What was used
Mike.
to kill?
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Because it was clean. Yeah.
Sounds like the Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance.
but-
Check out murdergear.com. Hammer time for more info.
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers. No.
Yes.
That's wrong.
That's
is wrong.
You don't have a brain rattling around in that skull of yours.
Wait,
Hero, you
what?
dum-dum.
What?
The murder weapon wasn't a Justice Hammer at all. No, it was something completely
It's not
different.
completely
A
different.
clean
It's still
hammer.
a
Yeah.
hammer.
But seriously, a different weapon?
This hammer had no justice in it.
Just murder hammer.
Just murder hammer. Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi.
Bro, all of the hammers were from the repository.
Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean. And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, some as big as your head, and bigger. And even some flat mallet-like ones.
Also, they're all like beige.
I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
No,
Or
they're
they just
the
took
same
a hammer and
they're the
painted
same-
it.
Guys, you're so dumb.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that was the true killer, the one Hifumi was working with, and the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I don't think that there's... I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there's no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but I don't know if we have evidence to contradict this. It might be a case of flashback. Yeah, the Spotless Hammer's not going to contradict this. We're going to have to steal someone's thoughts. It's probably going to be about how they like loved each other or something.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us. Even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming that the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people would work together on
Right,
this.
so
That's
That's
we're
going to be the
gonna break
contradiction.
that.
Yeah.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
So capture that.
For now,
Yeah. Can we really say there's no chance that two people work together on this? I think because that's the only
thing we can do.
thing we can really do,
yeah,
right?
based on the rules that were laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. There we go. Assuming that the rule holds true.
Boom.
Impossible.
That's wrong.
That's
Get fucked, Celeste.
Get a fuck. Excuse
Mike
my
is
language.
like the best hype man.
Really? Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice really isn't worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward?
It's gambling.
Benefit?
The payoff for working together, the reward that balances out the risk of taking part in the scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder, so he couldn't back out on helping him or them later on.
Can we just also talk about how, at least I think, unlikely it is that Fusion Takamando would be taken out by Hifumi?
I know.
Like, holy shit, Taka.
Yeah.
Even if he's got a weapon, stand up for yourself.
And we still don't talk about the broken laptop situation.
Yeah, that's probably going to come back. That's
Yeah.
that's like our A story that's going to keep coming back as we... So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating 2 separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all. The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice.
Damn.
Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
And we
No
saw
doubt.
it.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd. The effort made to convince us the 2 murders were the same, that was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning, which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing. Although, when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then who is the one pulling Hifumi's strings? Like Pinocchio!
That's problem numero uno right now.
The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions, and in the end, murdered him. And the debates up till now, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider all that, what if there is like a last-minute twist and it turns out Kyoko is behind all this?
I
That'd
would
be
be
sad.
mad.
That would be
Yeah.
crazy.
No, I don't believe it.
There's really only one person who seems to fit.
Celeste.
Celeste,
Ooh.
It's
right?
Celeste.
Yeah.
Or are we supposed to
It
accuse
wants you
Kyoko?
to think it's Kyoko.
Got it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Boom,
baby.
boom.
I
It was
right.
Celeste.
Celeste.
I was right.
You called it.
So I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? Ha! Ha! I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you were saying is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi, eh? The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him? That I would go within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that
Whoa.
lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot?
You're not helping yourself.
Pardon-moi.
Pardon moi.
Trying to do a New
Pardonnez-moi.
York accent.
Pardonnez-moi.
doing a French. Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the 2 of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it's only further proof that the 2 of you were working together. What is the only thing they had in common? Yeah.
Encountering?
Screaming.
No, because she didn't scream.
She screamed.
She did scream that said
But I
that
think
was
it's nobody else
uncharacteristic.
encountered the suspicious individual.
Right. They are the only 2 that encountered him.
That's true.
Yep,
Yeah.
got
Yep.
it.
Why was I like, oh yes, both of them yelled.
They did scream and
Yeah.
they called it. Yeah, they were
But
like, that's a
that's not
weird, but
important.
that's
Yeah.
it's
The
not.
behavior they had
Totally.
in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi. Shush, the adults are talking. Oh, Bianca, you're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no.
I know. We were so on your team
Oh,
until just
sorry.
now.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said? Bet we get a flashback to tell us.
Flashback.
Yeah. I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs.
Great flashback.
We headed to the 2nd floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the 3rd floor.
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
And when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Flashback.
Yeah.
Celeste, what's wrong?
That was a rather intense
That's
scream.
number 5.
Yeah, I think
After
so.
we watch this.
Take a drink every time we see this exact scene, you guys.
I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. Can you guess where he went? I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work. Yeah, we know this.
Yeah, what was that? It
Came from downstairs. It's in the nurse's office.
Yeah.
It was to get us to divide into 2 groups so that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Smart.
Then why don't we split into 2 groups?
Yep.
Very
Yep,
well.
yep,
Let's do
yep,
it.
yep.
You go that way,
We're
I go
gonna do
this
it.
way.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on.
A little out of character, eh?
Ah.
I don't
And I doya.
know. Don't
That was the signal to Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the 3rd floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea? I just realized another strange thing. We found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know is only pretending to be dead.
Please speak.
It's...
I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything, the whole thing was one big act.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah, I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait, then what was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office. Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I plead the 5th. I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it.
He's looking straight
You
on.
made one fatal mistake.
That's true. Oh, did I?
She's standing right next to you.
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. We're all going to die in here. We're going to die just like those guys died.
Oh, she didn't know about the other body yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the 4 of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're talking about. Although, I don't really get what it means.
Of course you don't.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone is having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right? Yakia said that Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. What is he alluding to? Really? We have to do...
Oh, gosh.
All right. I'm
Let's
guessing
make
it's going to
our
be another
argument.
flashback one, because... Oh, or Monokuma File says both bodies were dead.
Both bodies were dead,
But
yeah.
we'll see. We'll see what's going on.
All I said was
Oh, and I bet we have to steal it.
they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused.
No, it's nothing. It's the guys.
They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here.
Us all.
Like- Those
We are going to
guys.
die just like those guys died.
My truth bullet is those guys.
And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. Isn't it obvious? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Don't
This guy?
shoot that. Don't shoot
Oh,
that.
no, okay.
It's not a contradiction.
You're right. My bad. Figure out yourself why his comment didn't make sense. I need to think about it one more time. That was a contradiction of somewhere. Fine. Fine game.
It's cool. It's cool.
So what do we shoot with that, do you think? Enjoying
Well, we
this?
didn't get through the whole thing yet.
Didn't we? Oh, I thought that was it. That's why I shot it. Because I thought that was the last choice. Well,
Because we're gonna have to shoot those guys. That's the thing that's wrong. I don't think we're gonna use those guys to shoot.
so should we have to steal So Strange and shoot those guys?
Maybe. Let's see if there's more. Oh, that is the end of it.
Yeah, when she said that, she could only have known about Hifumi's death.
So
That in mind, so what's so strange
strange?
about it?
It's us all.
I think it's related. We're all going to die here. Yeah, there it
Okay,
is.
cool. I was like, is there something I'm missing?
No, I just got it flipped. It was.
Eat shit.
Yeah, eat shit, Celeste. That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
This game is so gendered. Like, guys, you can refer to girls as guys.
Yeah.
But still,
like a
she didn't
group.
know there were 2 murders.
She didn't?
No, she didn't know Taka was dead. We had just discovered Hifumi's body, and she was like, "Oh God, we're gonna die like those guys."
Oh, my brain
Yeah.
was like, which one? It could have been a girl. It could have been.
No, it was the fact she didn't know there was a second person dead. at
Yep,
all.
my bad.
Exactly, and we didn't run into her until after we were out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself. So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Oh, well, you're right too. It is weirdly gendered.
Yeah.
Because Kyoko had disappeared too, right?
That's what I
so
thought it was
she could have
about.
been dead too.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
You claimed that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw.
Or was the suspicious person Kyoko?
Then
Oh.
what about the picture I took? Do you see this?
Uh-huh.
How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away? Dragon Hifumi.
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten you are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit? Plus, I happen to know that particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it's an unassailable fact that...
Yeah.
That this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist? Simple. Are we really sure that that's a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away? What could you possibly mean by that? Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up. No, there's no other explanation.
Other explanations? If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, could be of Hifumi carrying the costume. The only possibility is playing dancing.
Who the suspect had been drinking?
Hifumi is dragging the suspect away? I guess the only one.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
I do
I
like
didn't
had been
think of
drinking
this.
though, yeah. It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
What?
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in this picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even further. If you saw someone wearing something like that in the situation, of course you'd notice it and be suspicious.
Then that's what happened. You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this.
Such a thing! It's utterly impossible! Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous! Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all. Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Ooh, Celeste thinks she can prove there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away.
Swear
Is
you
that
are.
really possible? Are we gonna have to use the dolly
Step
to
into
prove
my
that?
classroom.
Yeah, really.
Okay.
Robo Justice Blueprint.
Okay, well, let's...
Yep, it's gonna be the handwriting thing.
Okay.
The message. Okay, cool.
Uh,
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just dragged me across the room and had me carry my way. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
That's all true.
Yeah.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. And the person inside the suit was unconscious.
Oh, it's gonna be that the suit can't bend.
There's no way
shit.
you could stand up straight like that.
Damn it!
Oh, and the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all.
No way!
Ah! All right, we know it.
Remember, Hina said, can bend other ways. Yep.
Yeah,
All right.
okay, we had it.
All right.
Do you dress me up in the suit after I passed out?
Yep.
You just tried me across and gave it away!
Like you said, ridiculous. You can see in the picture, suspect's upright. Person inside is unconscious. No way that they can stand upright.
Suck
Oh, that's
a
interesting.
dick.
Suck a dick, Celeste.
That's why you can't bend, because they had planned for that.
Yeah.
But they didn't plan for the bending over and picking up
Right.
dead
No,
people.
even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
All the flashbacks.
All the flashbacks.
You totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
Oh, that's right. They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist. I'm not so sure that was a mistake.
Yep, you're on it, Beth.
I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Ooh. Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specifically designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake the whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame. Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate.
Yeah, you like games.
I'm gonna go upside down. Don't make me laugh, you idiot. What do you mean, checkmate? Look at my face. Celeste.
Uh-oh.
Clearly, you want me to cram into your little guilty box with this one little problem. Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us that as he lay dying?
Hey, Hifumi, who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Who killed me? Oh, that's right. I remember their name. Yasuhiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure.
Wait, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
What?
You're confusing things that don't make sense. You're making it more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he
Oh, is
was
this where the
really pointing
e-handbooks
his
come into
finger
play?
at Hiro? Oh, I hope so, because we haven't talked about that at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh.
I'll burn you alive.
Whoa.
Yikes.
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Burn.
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
He
said
Nicknames.
we're serious a lot.
He said people's last names?
Last names? I don't actually remember.
Oh no. Did he give people nicknames?
I don't think so. That's more Genocide Jill's style.
Yeah.
That's true.
Last
I think it was
names.
last names.
Go
Yeah, because he
for
would
it.
say
Go for it.
Miss Jill. I think he's supposed to be formal. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was it.
Yeah, nice.
That's
Nailed
right,
it.
our last names. He called us all by our last names.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Nagai more than once,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
example.
And he said Miss Jill Jack when she transformed into Genocide
So if
Jill.
Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure. I'm sure it was
Oh, we don't know
just
Celeste's last
incidental.
name.
By chance,
Yeah.
his first name.
Yeah, oh, was Celeste's last name Yasuhiro?
No way. Incident?
Indecent.
Indecent? Indecent.
Don't talk.
Oh my god. Shut me up then. Just shut me up.
Shut me up, you son of a bitch.
Random chance. Now, isn't that a convenient explanation? No, there's no reason to think that he would have said the name any different than normal. But
Well,
he
he-
must have run out of energy before he could say any
He
more.
did have a blow to the head, so, you know. So Fumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no, hold on. There is one person it could apply to. And that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think that you take your false accusations so far, I didn't know whether to laugh or to spit. Come on, enough with your idiotic banter. Yasuhiro is a loser's name. Do I look like a loser to you?
You're about to.
Well, do I? What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Fine! Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up. My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celeste still won't give up, so then I have to do something to make her accept it.
Oh shit! The
Are we
handbook.
Are we gonna go into funky rhythm time? Oh no, it's gonna be. I bet you it's the handbook. Yep. Give me that sweet handbook action.
So expressive. Alright, Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
That's true.
Okay.
If there's one person here who might have that last name.
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celeste Ludenberg. God damn it!
How long are you gonna plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. That's the contradiction. And since you have no way to contradict
Oh my God,
me,
really? Oh, thank God it takes only one to shoot those out. Boom! Go to hell, Celeste!
Go to hell!
hype man, Mike.
Hype man Mike, that's it, the handbook.
What?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
This handbook is that okay?
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. When you start it up, it'll display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday handbook, so it has so many more uses than that.
How crazy is it that Hero's first name is Celeste's last name?
Yeah. It's like John if his name was Johnson.
Yeah.
So all we have to do is check her handbook and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That is an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Oh shit.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it is just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then, let me settle it. Let me go over the case again from the beginning and shed light on all your
Fine,
crimes.
Sakuda.
And that'll bring everything to an end.
God.
That's my job.
Yeah, really, actually. Why don't we have Sakura do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
All right.
boy, here we go.
Here we go.
Do you want me to take care of this, Jeff?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it.
Picture books
Picture
is
books.
my shit.
Beth is the visual artist.
Okay, left button. What is happening here?
That's what's her face?
Oh yeah, so
That's
Celeste is talking
Celeste.
to Hifumi,
Okay.
and
there's.
what happens next?
Okay.
Oh wait, that one where he's like,
Begs the feet. Yeah, that one.
Oh, weird feet thing.
We don't know what's
Or
is that a
happening.
bag?
That looks like he's dragging the tarp.
that's the tarp.
Oh,
that's the
okay.
tarp.
Okay. I will figure that in a second.
Yeah.
Act 2.
So this is when they're drugging
Yeah.
Hiro.
The drugs.
What's that doing here?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
why
gonna
are
say,
old things the
that's just
fushigi
constantly
ball?
floating around in Makoto's imagination.
Yeah.
He's just constantly thinking about the pinup. Oh, is that
head
that-
thing?
that's
Yeah.
it.
Wait, no. Because they stuffed a rag in his face. That's
No,
what
yeah,
they
because I
did.
think that's a shot of him entering, right?
He's entering here.
He's entering and then he sees them and then they drug him.
For now. We can always change.
Okay.
What the hell is this? Is just him being sweaty?
Yeah.
And this is just potato chips?
Fushigi ball is not part of it. That
Okay, we'll go
booby
back.
girl's not part of
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Alright.
so that's the camera shot probably right there.
So we're setting up. Where's the camera? There we go.
Yep.
So let's take
there.
a picture. And then we're trying to move him. All right, Taka's showing up.
Oh no.
Oh, so that's where does the watch say 6 o'clock on it? That's one. Oh, that's 1 a.m. That's
1 a.m.
what goes before Hiro and
time-wise?
Hiro shows up. Yeah, it says 1 o'clock there
Act 2.
because that's when
1
he wanted
o'clock.
to show up there.
Okay.
So
here.
that's 6 o'clock. The 6 o'clock watch.
We have a 6 o'clock watch?
We do.
Hey, you're right.
Yeah.
Boom.
So on time, so punctual.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he went.
Wait, that's not 6 o'clock though.
That's 2.
That's 7 o'clock.
What?
That's
Yeah, that's 7 o'clock. I guess that
7,
doesn't go there.
10.
Okay. Do we grab the hammer?
Or maybe it is that. Oh no, it said. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because he was dead at 6.
Okay, we're missing a bunch of the hammers too.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't have a hammer up.
No, just keep going. I think we'll figure it out. We'll piece it together. Yep. So he comes. He swings.
Just hammer 4 with the
He
blood.
kills him.
Yeah.
Just hammer for?
Yeah. 4 with blood.
Yep.
This is us finding Celeste.
Yep, she shows
How
it.
obvious is
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
And Celeste is.
We go in.
That's me, Hina,
And Celeste.
and Celeste. Okay, library. We're in the library.
Okay, and that's where we
So much
find
stuff happened.
Yeah.
we find him with his head
Justice
wound.
Hammer 2?
Is there one with him with a head? There's
Hang on
two.
a sec.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. We find him there.
We find him with a hammer.
Yeah, that's right. That is Justice Hammer 2 that we find him.
That's what I thought. It doesn't have any blood on it, though.
Yeah, because he didn't really get hit with it.
Okay, now he's spinning blood
Oh, okay,
everywhere.
so that's him covering himself in blood. Yep, that's where Justice Hammer 3 was planted. And then...
Oh no, Hifumi's dead. Oh no,
Oh, no,
Taka's
Taka's
dead.
dead.
Bing bong, bing bong.
But actually, okay, that's him with the tarp.
Okay, this is tarp time.
Tarp.
Tarp time.
Tarp
Okay.
time.
Pulling the tarp. Moving the tarp. All right, thanks. Look at, I'm a cute kitty.
Yeah.
And she's like, all right, let me murder you.
Dead,
With
and he's
the
dead.
unmarked
Yeah, that one.
hammer.
That's it. Okay.
I think we're missing some still.
We're just missing the one with Taka, so I guess it is that watch.
What's that watch? Because he was late. That's
Yeah.
why he's looking at the watch, maybe?
He was
Maybe,
late?
or maybe it's
He's
just like
never
that's
late.
the time of death, or maybe like they like the graphic artist literally just messed up in putting the time there.
This one's at
That's at 1 a.m. We remember that
1
because
a.m.
they had to drug him before the murder. So
Right.
I think that's really the only option. Unless we go through other Hifumi shots because that might be the. Oh, I bet that's it because he's hiding.
He's nervous and hiding.
Yeah, he's nervous and hiding. I bet.
He's
I bet that's to
regretting.
throw us off. I
This
bet we weren't-
backpack has nothing to do with anything.
No, I don't think
This is
so.
old. This is just a bag of tooth.
Yeah.
Tooths.
Tooth chips.
Oh wait a minute. Go back to that. Is that like figurines or like modeling stuff?
Why would that matter?
Oh wait, we can pick it up and look at it. Or we can ask for help to give us a clue. So go back to the only one where go back to the go right.
Yeah, we
Go
can.
right in the page. The only one we're missing is the one where he's now is that one. So if we click on that, in this case, how did the killer recruit their accomplice? Was it seduction?
Oh, with the painting?
No, I think it is that bag. I think that bag. Oh yeah, because it's on the table in that shot. No.
Oh, the
Look,
chips,
look
the
on the
chips.
act, the very first shot.
Yeah.
The chips are on the table. I
Yeah.
bet that's like she's in like a weird anime palace. So I bet those are figurines or something.
But
I
this is just
agree.
a pull from this shot.
Oh,
we've
yeah, I
had,
guess
like,
you're right.
close-ups
You're
and
right.
images, yeah.
Okay, but it wasn't seduction, so it must have been either intimidation or bribery or something.
What in the hell?
Maybe it's the picture?
Maybe it is the
No.
picture, yeah.
This is
Well,
old.
why would that...
That was in the workout room. It's
Yeah.
still in the workout
She'll give
room.
it to him? I don't know.
No, it can't be.
All right. But what else is there?
What? Does he have the backpack on throughout? Or does he take it off?
No, he's got it on front. I think that's the pole.
You're right. Okay, what am I?
I think it has to be
Is
that.
it sweaty face? Him, like, being sweaty?
Yeah, because look at he'd be
Look how,
looking
like,
at Celeste.
Sweaty and uncomfortable he is.
I think that might... I
That
think
might
you
be it.
right, Beth.
Okay. All right.
Because what other options do we got?
That-
It's all
that's
the
true.
hammers.
That's true. But then we still haven't established what the one. All right. So
Oh,
yeah,
wait,
put
what's-
that there.
Oh, that's him pulling.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe it is
Okay.
that watch is supposed to be there with Taka's death. Well, yeah. Let's pull that out. I think you're right. I think that's the shot there.
We can click and see what it
Yeah,
says.
and then click and see what that one, what the clue is for that other one.
Yeah, that looks... Because, yeah.
And it says like, what time was he killed? It's like, okay, that's the watch. Even though it technically isn't 6 o'clock.
Time
Yeah,
is
what
Taka's
time?
supposed to
Yeah,
head to
all
the
right.
equipment room.
It's not 6 o'clock, but.
Oh, it is 6 o'clock. Look
What?
at the angle.
Oh,
of
the
whole
angle!
watch.
You sons of bitches!
We're dumb.
God damn it!
We're dumb.
God damn it! All right.
Okay. Okay. Just to double check with the hammers. Hammer 4 was used
To kill
on Taka
Taka.
because we
Yep.
needed to be like, okay, he was killed last.
Yep.
Hammer 2 was used to hurt him, and then 3 was used to kill him, so
Yep.
to speak.
And one was Celeste, so...
Right. So that should be it.
Yep. Rolling
yep.
tarp.
Okay,
And then-
cool.
Yep. Cool.
Reenact.
Reenact.
Why?
Let's do it.
Let's watch.
Let's
Act
channel my
one.
inner Sakura. Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help them carry out the murder, and that person was.
Yep.
Oh, a simple handshake.
Yeah, that's all it took. He's into hand-holding. Hifumi, with an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
Tick, 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 tick.
Uh-oh. Okay.
First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning.
Hey guys, what's up? Oh, God.
That someone they met was Hiro.
That's someone
The
they met
murderers
was
duo intended to
Harambe.
pass her off as the prime suspect, so when they met up with him,
They snapped him into...
they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo Justice suit.
Cute picture.
Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo Justice was attacking him,
See,
while the
that's-
killer used a digital camera to take pictures of
They
the
described
assault.
it as Hifumi carrying away the suspect.
Yeah.
But this is really what it was. They
Right.
set the whole thing up.
Yeah. They did all this just to create evidence that would put suspicion on Hiro. Mm-hmm. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker.
By the way, what a bonkers way to, like, frame someone.
Yeah, really. A lot of effort. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the
Taka.
murder phase of their plan.
I'll miss you,
They called Taka to the equipment room.
Oh.
Wackadoodle-doo.
Yeah. Such a cheap
So
way to take him out,
sad.
too.
I know, you
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it to the scene of the first murder.
you coward.
The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time they planted Justice Hammer 2 and injured Hifumi to sell that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create certain preconceptions in our minds. That the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into the trap and started looking for the suspect based on that, but... Yep. While we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator in Justice Hammer 3 and
World
turned the
of
room into a
Crimson.
crime scene, into a world of crimson, which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered.
Dun, dun, dun.
He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time.
Oh.
So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi.
Oh.
We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room.
Caterpillar Taka.
He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository.
He's so sweaty right here.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that wasn't like... I reached into his pants and then my hand was drenched in sweat.
Oh, that'd be
And
so
that is
gross.
evidence for him running around everywhere.
I mean, yeah, but then again, if you were in a life or death battle, you'd also sweat like crazy, probably.
That's true.
That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for the final act. He's doing like an anime dance.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, but you killed Taka, so you know. The plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository.
Just like all the other
Just like all the
Justice
other
Hammers,
Justice Hammers.
guys.
That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
The one and only.
Celeste Lundenberg.
No. Celeste.
Oh yeah,
Takahiro.
Yasuhiro.
Making out.
Or Yasuhiro.
Oh.
Boom.
It looks like they just got married.
Yeah, really?
What the hell was that?
A blackened to be my bride. Celeste, sorry, you lose.
Ooh, she hates it.
Boom,
she hates
yeah, that
it.
gets really under his skin.
Let's find out why. I lost. When was the last time I was forced to utter such words?
Considering your gambling debts, I'm sure pretty recently.
They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you trying to take charge as if you're my private instructor. I, Celeste Ludenberg. Actually, no. Takeo Yasuhiro. It's fine. I'm fine.
Taiko?
I say Takeo.
I mean, yeah, either.
Taiko.
Yeah. So you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like to drag things on.
Interesting.
Oh, you
Oh,
did.
wow. Oh, okay, all right. I guess we're just going to... Yeah.
Wow.
And then that one time.
I know, we done fucked up.
We done fucked up.
But overall, A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Final result A.
Hey.
Not bad,
Alright.
guys.
Give us some coins.
Yeah, really. Yeah. More
Nice.
Very
money. 96. Nice.
cool. Okay, Monokuma, I'm ready to
Wow.
Damn, all right.
begin. Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it? I'm sad she's not freaking out.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? You want the satisfaction.
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote, okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are all tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I wonder if we're gonna go through an entire trial and then at the end we are wrong. Like
I mean,
like this
yeah.
situation and then it's not the right one.
That would be like the classic thing to do, right? To invert the
Invert your
the
expectations.
routine, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But she's guilty.
Subversion.
Yeah, I'm all about that subversion.
Ugh, all right.
It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The blackened this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was Celeste Ludenberg, or more precisely, Taeko Yashihiro.
I lost. Well, that sucks.
Yeah, you dead, girl.
I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
Oh, stuff.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder.
I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying.
Ooh.
My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree. Then did you use, you know...
Dude, you were grabbing people's pants earlier.
Did you
Like,
grab his pants too? I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice, I used her.
Yeah.
oh,
The
she
computer.
took the
Yeah.
laptop?
Chihiro.
For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into.
Does she mean...
Yes.
Then Makoto just says it out loud?
Yeah.
Do you mean the computer? Is she talking about alter ego?
What are you talking about?
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle
Ooh,
of a very important
shit.
conversation here.
I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
Oh, buddy. I don't feel bad for you. Then you're the one that stole it? That's right. And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit.
Oh, what are you doing in my bedroom?
I was hoping I could talk to you. Alone. It's about what was stolen. I know who did it.
Oh, what?
It was Taka. He stole it.
What?
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I had showed it to Hifumi, of course.
Yeah, so it was him. But how did you do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her.
You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Oh, what?
Please forgive me. He threatens me.
He did? He did?
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say.
Whoa.
He abused me.
What?
Damn, Celeste.
And he took pictures. He said that if I didn't do what he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
And Taka would never do that.
No, Taka would never do that. He's the
never do that.
compass
Yeah.
of morality.
Ultimate moral compass.
That's a crime, an absolute crime.
He couldn't even swear.
I know.
Yeah. I knew he got a little crazy, but I never imagined he would go that far.
Don't smile, you bitch.
Yeah.
It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I'm a monster?
Yeah.
I'm about to say something I'll never say before in my life. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Wait, please. If you go now, you'll be playing right into his hands.
Huh?
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he's made you his target.
Escape? You don't mean...
Taka is going to try to kill you.
What?
And also he can keep her to himself.
That bastard. Bastard.
Can we allow him to continue these barbaric acts?
Absolutely not. How could I? I have to save her.
Then, would you like to join me? It just so happens I've come up with a plan.
Huh?
I've devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing.
What?
It's like a weird turn, Celeste.
Yeah.
Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable.
Why do we keep mentioning it?
Right. The power of love, even a love so twisted as that, can still drive people mad, it would seem.
You disgust me.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and the general body size. I had no idea he'd made something like that, but it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
So, why'd you decide to make me the suspect?
Because you're stupid.
That's it?
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed even my expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though.
Oh, jeez. Feel like I could cry.
Oh,
She's
yes,
so
hero.
mean,
Yeah,
man.
really.
But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead?
What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had actually let him live?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say that he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death and he just barely held on.
And he really believed that?
Well, of course, there wasn't all there was to it. That wasn't all there was to it. As I explained to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it.
It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical.
I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed that lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
So you had planned to kill him all along?
But of course, there would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
How can human life mean so little to you?
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Now you sound like Byakuya.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike. Then what made you take these things this far?
Was it really just for money?
Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life began here, my only thought has been escape.
But all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
Obviously, that was a lie.
Oh. Oh.
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here. I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And do you want to know why, huh? Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever. And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing. And it was all for that dream.
And what was this dream of yours?
To live in a European castle.
A castle?
Girl.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it really is just...
Red eyes.
Wow.
And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers / bodyguards.
She has 2 red ties.
I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need.
I was almost ready for her to be humanized a little bit, to be like, my dream is to cure my father's cancer. Like, my dream is to go see the world someday. It's like, nah, I just want like a fetish dungeon.
Yep. Once I attained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence. Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. And that's what life is all about.
You're in high school, lady.
Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but unfortunately, my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream to the very end, so why would I? You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it? Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
Yikes.
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding. That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious.
And that's why you're not scared?
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like.
Oh, we're getting to that.
But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then I think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
Of course you would.
Okay. Oh, you just get executed again.
Oh, nice. Celeste smiled then. When she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings. That statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak fake smile is what betrayed her.
You all done? Okay, then let's get rolling. The blackened disturb the peace and must pay the price. Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment for Herb, the ultimate gambler. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
This is the first one that I'm like, okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. Oh, Orewa. Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again in another life.
That's optimistic.
I hope not. Alrighty. What do we got in store for her?
Game over. Celeste has been found guilty. Time for the punishment.
Yeah.
I still don't feel good about it.
No. It'd be best if none of this ever happened, but still, like...
Is it like a vampire thing?
Oh, maybe.
Which
they said ultimate gambler, but... Or is it like she has to run a...
Ooh.
Like giant Russian roulette, maybe?
I don't know. The burning
Whoa,
of the
shit.
Burn her alive?
It's nothing to do with gambling. We're just
Shit.
getting gothic as shit.
Yeah, we are. You want to be Marie Antoinette? Here's like
Yeah,
a
really.
super dark version of that.
Holy shit.
Wow.
But this is like, so Leon's was like brutal, but a little wacky. Mondo's was just totally incomprehensible.
Weird,
like, I don't know what was
yeah.
going with this. This is like actually burning someone at the stake is a really fucked up way to
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
Like, that's really sucks. That sucks a lot.
Oh man.
Well,
And no one's there to shoot her in the heart.
yeah, exactly.
To end it early.
Yeah, this is brutal shit. Except she
Ugh.
seems, I guess, chill with it.
She's gonna break, right?
Well, she's trying to be okay.
Yeah. What?
Are they gonna put her out? Wait,
Yeah, but
what's
she's gonna be
happening?
gone.
Is she just gonna be hit by a truck?
Are you
What
serious?
the fuck?
What?
What the hell?
Okay.
Or did the truck miss? No, I think she just got hit by a truck.
Yeah.
She got burned and then hit by a truck.
Do you think originally they had her burning and then like somebody on the writing team was like, that's too dark. We can't burn a high schooler alive. Well then, okay, a fire truck comes out of nowhere and kills her. Well,
We'll make it funny.
yeah, make it funny. And it's over. So when we come back,
Oh boy, happy Friday, guys.
yeah, we'll deal with the fallout of this.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in couple weeks for this game. But in the meantime, we'll be back next week, Jeff and I.
Yeah, bro night.
I'll miss you
week.
guys.
I'll miss you too, Beth.
Bye bye.
Miss you, viewers.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Oh.